The opinions expressed in the following program are that of the host and our guests. They do not necessarily reflect the opinions of CWC Entertainment Group, LLC, its affiliates, or any employee thereof.
Yeah. I might make a woman welcome to the Vincent radio show. They do a big y'all. Hey, music lasts and so much more. Hey, you can hear y'all.
Syndicated and award-winning Syndicated. This is the VTRS Vincent Radio Show. It's your main man, Vincent Heartbreak Tucker.
What up, say young man, Remon?
And it's us, Skeleton Crew.
We got this.
It's how we get down. We radio professionals.
Two of us against the world, baby.
You know it.
Let's get it.
Lot to cover this show. First of all, the star of Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman. I mean, listen. Are we not the new home for Black Star Power?
We are the new home for Black Star Power. We've been well, I don't even know if it's new anymore. We've been the home for Black Star Power for the last few years. You know what I'm saying? We got this going, baby.
Chadwick Boseman, the star of the highly anticipated film Black Panther, is our guest. This program.
Have you seen the movie?
Yes. Yeah.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, I definitely want to get into that. But before we get to the good stuff, I want to stop this instrumental. Let's get to some real stuff real quick.
Yeah.
For the live audience, it's been this should be the third day post high school shooting in Parkland, Florida. For the audience listening on iHeart On Demand, it's probably almost a week. The end result of this is, I'm going to tell the answer and then I'll tell my story behind it.
Okay.
The end result is nothing's going to change.
Okay.
And the reason why I say this is in response to what we do every time there's a mass shooting. We all get on social media and we get on TV, we get on radio, and magazine, newspaper, and we all say, we need gun reform.
Right.
We need gun control.
Right.
And we rant and rave for this about the day of the shooting and maybe 2-3 weeks afterwards. Mm-hmm. And the people who are pro-guns, who are pro-Second Amendment, say, oh, it's not the right time to talk about it. Mm-hmm. And so now we get a month out from the shooting, a month and a half, the people who are Second Amendment still don't want to talk about it.
Right.
And then we get another shooting.
Right.
And then we bring it up again and say it's not time to talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, when's the right time to talk about it?
According to them, never.
Apparently.
Apparently it's never the right time to talk about it.
I keep trying to let people talk me out of the fact that NRA doesn't run Congress, but because we never get any changes, I'm convinced NRA does run Congress.
They definitely got a few people in their pocket.
Oh my gosh. I mean, especially when you hear Senator Elizabeth Warren. She's there. She says NRA is in people's pockets.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like, I want to be wrong. I have no problem coming back on the show and saying, hey, I was wrong. They made a change. But based on the history of just the mass shootings, let's just use the last 12 months. Just the history of the last 12 months.
Wow.
Nothing changes.
There's been quite a few. You're right.
Nothing changes.
When you think about over the last few months, just even the last few months.
Yeah.
The last 6 months, there's been at least 4.
That takes us back to Vegas, I think.
At least 4 mass shootings like this. So, and you know, after those, nothing changed. You talk about gun control for a good couple of weeks, and then it just dies down.
Right.
And you never hear anything about it again.
Right.
Until the next mass shooting.
Exactly. And as we said, then it says it's not the right time to talk about it.
Yeah, and by then, you know, unfortunately, we've lost many more needless lives that had to die. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's unfortunate, man.
You know, and let's take it back 5 years ago. Let's take it back 5 Decembers.
Okay.
If you don't remember what happened 5 Decembers ago, 21 kids and 5 teachers died in a place called Sandy Hook. Mm-hmm. And my thought process has always been, man, if 21 little kids can't force Congress to make some moves,
nothing.
17-year-old high schoolers in Parkland, Florida is not going to be the change.
I agree.
And I hope I'm wrong. Right. I will have no problem calling on the show saying, you know what, man, I jumped out there and I was wrong.
Prove us wrong.
Exactly.
Prove us wrong on this one.
Golly. I was very impressed with the high school students that were either instrumental in helping lead the charge to get people out of school, and people that they interviewed, they were very professional. They knew how to talk. You can tell they went through a traumatic experience, and I didn't know, but I guess Parkland, Florida was was previously called, or I mean, and maybe still is, the most safest place
Really?
in the state of Florida.
Really?
So it's remarkable that something like this would happen.
Well, I mean, it kind of goes to show the sign of, it's a sign of the times that we're in, you know what I'm saying? Like, no place is safe where, people can get shot up in a church and people can get shot up in a school and people can get shot up in a place where it's considered to be one of the safest places in that state.
Right.
That just kind of goes to show you that nowhere is safe.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which is, again, it's unfortunate, but it's a sign of the times.
What's ridiculous to me is that, listen, I don't want to say this guy's name. I've been mainly watching CNN coverage. They've done a great job of not mentioning this kid's name. So I don't want to do it either. But this kid, this now 19-year-old kid, it's ridiculous that while he's not old enough to buy a handgun, because you got to be 21 to buy a handgun, but at 19 he's old enough to buy an AR-15 style rifle. How backwards does that sound?
It's extremely.
Like I can't buy the little gun.
Yeah, like I can't buy a little 9mm or a little 22 pistol, but I can buy an assault rifle. Right,
to go murder some of my ex-friends in school.
And I mean, I guess they're gonna try to justify that because of hunting, I guess.
Oh, Lord.
But that's just ridiculous, man.
It was weird to learn that law because that's my first thought. I was like, wow, like how did he what gun did he use? And when I found out it was AR-15, I'm like, wait. So he not old enough to buy a handgun, but he can buy an assault rifle?
Wow, man. It just goes to show you how messed up the gun laws are, and definitely in need of reform. But like you said, the likelihood of it happening is slim.
Yellostar comes on the show every episode and does This Week in Stupid, and a lot of times it's about the state of Florida.
Yeah.
And this rule right here
just kind of goes to show.
I'm done with Florida. Yeah. And I love y'all. Man, I love y'all. All the people. All
our people out there in Florida, what up?
Oh, my God.
You know what I'm saying? We love y'all. But y'all state is messed up, son.
And our thoughts and prayers to everyone affected.
Yeah, absolutely.
The victims, the families. I couldn't imagine sending my kid to school and getting my kid back in a box.
I think it's not enough for just to pray for the victims. I think it's time for us to start praying for change.
Amen.
You know what I mean, in this country, because we don't need to lose any more, innocent lives.
Right.
Based on, something stupid.
Right.
I don't even know what this shooting was about. Like,
so sickening. But let's get past that. Let's get on to some more happier and brighter news.
Yeah.
Once again, Chadwick Boseman, the star of the highly anticipated film Black Panther, is our guest as we continue to be your new home for Black Star Power. Keep it locked, syndicated and award-winning. This is the VTRS.
Bring it back, Mr. Heartbreak.
Well, my homegirl got into a little bit of trouble.
Okay.
It's basically when role-playing goes wrong.
Okay.
So her boyfriend had taken the day off, and she knew it. She had taken the day off as well, but she didn't tell him she took the day off. So she wakes up, goes to work like normal and everything, leave him sleeping, kiss him on his forehead, bye babe, mwah, out. Couple hours later, she decided she wanted to play out one of her fantasies and spice things up, right?
Okay.
When she comes back, she's dressed in all black, got a hoodie on, and decided to come through the window.
Oh, this is already starting off wrong.
In her mind, she was just gonna come in, break into the house,
sure,
and then they was gonna, bada bing, bada bang, bada boom.
Yeah, work it out.
Laugh about it later. Not so much. She gets dressed in all black, got her, hoodie on, breaks into the house. His natural instincts kicked in.
Right.
He goes ham on her, and they end up in the emergency room. And
they end up? Both of them?
Well, because now he feels bad because he punched her in her lip, and now, she has 5 stitches in her lip.
He hit her with the 2-piece.
Sound like more than 2-piece. Really what it is the dressing in all black.
And coming through the window.
Like, you can't do both of those things. Like, you have to choose one or the other. Like, you have to still be looking in the same clothes that you left out the house with.
like if you ever watch adult movies, how they have the scene before the scene.
Sure.
So she was just trying to set the scene and set the moment.
Okay, so let me tell you what they do when they shoot those.
Clear it up.
They talk before they shoot it about what's gonna happen.
They communicate,
and everyone has a safe word.
They communicate.
That they all know, so they don't have to worry about stuff like that.
So they know when this has gone too far.
Exactly.
Only on the Vincent Tucker Show. Playing today's best music.
Credit to the man, you upset. Credit got rich, they upset. Credit for the pussy on offset. Credit be brain on offset.
Open the door, then locked it. Every time when we touch the city, stop it. Pretty brown eyes.
Ride with the mob, alhamdulillah. Check you and me, and do your job. Berg is the name.
You are listening to the Vincent Tucker Radio Show.
iHeartRadio does something no other app or website can do. Thousands of live radio stations you can take anywhere. Want to listen to that station in Denver, but you're in Philly? No problem. In Atlanta, and you miss LA? No problem. Plus, iHeartRadio lets you create your own custom artist station.
DJ Khaled, and this is iHeartRadio.
Just type in the artist you love, and iHeartRadio creates a station just for you. With their biggest hits, all commercial free. Free radio and unlimited music, all in one app. iHeartRadio.
Syndicated and award-winning and syndicated. This is the VTRS Vincent Tucker Radio Show. Vincent, Heartbreak, Tucker, Remon in this thing. I forgot to mention this already. Thoughts and prayers to Yellostar with the flu.
Yeah.
And then everybody else is out for personal reasons. So definitely looking forward to getting the crew all back together for our next episode. Speaking of episodes, though, Remon, I'm sure you've seen by now, this reboot talk is running rampant of shows of the 90s and early 2000s. Seems to be making a resurgence. Jackie Harris has confirmed that a Sister reboot with T and Tamara is on the way. Tisha Campbell, when she got stopped alongside with Gina and Martin Lawrence, pretty much hinted that a Martin reboot's on the way. Flex Alexander went to the gram and teased a one-on-one reboot.
Because if you was about to say it was about to be a Homeboys United States reboot, I was about to walk out the studio, bro.
No, don't over here with Colin Pratt. Roseanne, I believe, is already, I think I saw a preview for Roseanne. That's coming back. Fuller House, right? I think it's in their second or third season.
Yeah, on Netflix.
How do we feel about these reboots from the 90s and early 2000s?
Just on TV shows or movies? Or like
just TV shows.
Just TV shows. Just TV shows. I'm not excited about them. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, especially when you're dealing with shows like Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's older now. They look different. They may even act a little different. Like when
Pam's still fine though.
Pam's still fine. You know what I'm saying? But like when you look at like Martin back in the early 90s, Martin used to be like high energy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He used to be like super, you know what I mean? Like physical comedy. But you look at Martin now and he's definitely a lot slower. He's lost a step or two.
Right.
So it's almost like you don't want to see, you want to see people kind of age out of certain things.
Okay.
And when you think about Martin back in the 90s, they were in their late 20s, early 30s maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a different time. I think that show worked for that time period.
Right.
And in 2018, I don't know if it worked. And even if it does, it kind of loses its, what made it special.
Right, because I think Martin is 52 now. Tisha Campbell's 49.
Yeah.
I think Tashina Arnold is about 49. Cole Payne is about 48. Yeah.
And Tommy's not here no more.
Right,
so, I mean, if you can't do it better than it was done before, or if you can't, especially when you don't have the full cast there, you know what I mean, then I would rather you just not even mess with it and do something else.
Roseanne?
Definitely don't want to see that one. Don't get me wrong. I liked, what's my man, Dan,
John Goodman?
John Goodman.
Yeah,
I love him.
I see he's getting revived for the reboot.
Like, I love him, but the rest of the, you can keep that.
Sister.
Come on now. What y'all still gonna have Roger Marcus Houston, a grown man? Y'all still gonna have him coming in chasing after the sister? Come on, man. No.
I heard on the low that if he's a part of the reboot, he'll already be with one of the sisters.
No. I don't want to see this. Leave my childhood alone, people. I do not want to see this.
1-on-1.
No, y'all can keep that one. I honestly would have been a little bit more happier with Homeboys in Outer Space.
I haven't seen Fuller House, so I don't know if it's good or not.
For them to be in their second season, it must be pretty good.
Right.
I haven't seen it. I haven't had a chance to see it. I saw they did a reboot for Boy Meets World.
Oh yeah,
with a daughter.
That's true.
They got a daughter this time.
True.
So I
That's
mean,
true.
like I haven't seen it, but you know I heard some good things about it. So
and then That's So Raven. I guess now she's a mother with kids.
I heard that.
I haven't watched it yet.
Are they gonna bring back Orlando Brown?
You know that's.
so he can get that bop.
That's why he should have shut up. He cost himself so much money. All that talking on social media. Like, shut up, dude.
You're gonna get some of that bop.
So you know she went there and said, hey, I'm not comfortable working with him.
Right.
And with women in charge now, you know.
Yeah.
That's
man.
it, Orlando.
You done burnt them bridges.
Terrible. Okay, so let's expand it to future projects, which may also include reboots of movies.
Okay.
Gabrielle Union has been granted the spinoff for Bad Boys. I'll be on NBC this fall. How do we feel about this Bad Boys TV show?
I'm not here for this. I have absolutely no interest. How you gonna have a show called Bad Boys starring the woman,
starring the sister, Mike Larry?
Come on, man.
I mean, not Mike Larry,
Marcus.
Marcus. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't want to see this. And I heard they trying to redo the movie, the actual movie, and I don't want to see that either.
Yeah, my understanding is the scripts are in place. They're just looking for a director, and they'll start filming in August.
I don't want to see it. Leave it alone. Just let it go. I think you better let it go.
Okay, has everything just been done, so now we just feel like we gotta redo it?
That's my problem. It's like all these writers, all these creative people in Hollywood, and can't nobody come up with nothing new. Like everything has been done.
Right.
If y'all having some problems coming up with ideas, holler at me. I got you. I got a few ideas on some new. I don't want to see. I'm tired of people messing with my childhood.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it messed up the nostalgia value of it.
Right.
Like I can't reminisce about old times. And y'all keep. It's almost like watching Michael Jordan play for the Wizards.
That was a sad time, wasn't it? Yeah, he still put up 17, but it wasn't the 32 per game, Mike, that we were used to.
You knew he wasn't never gonna drop 50 no more.
Right.
You knew he wasn't never gonna hit the game-winning shot at the buzzer. He wasn't never gonna do it no more. He wasn't gonna take off from the free throw line no more.
I read Family Matters, and they did their 20-year reunion for, I forgot what magazine it was. I think Entertainment Weekly late last year. They said they'd be willing to do a reboot.
Wait, who?
Family Matters.
Oh, please. Please, no. What next? Y'all gonna do What's Happening reboot? Y'all gonna reboot Good Times? Y'all gonna reboot Cosby Show? Well, no, I don't think they can redo Cosby Show.
No, probably can't. Let's see, put pills and drinks. I don't want to see Claire Huxtable walking around doozy. I gotta stop. I'm sorry. Keep it locked, man. Chad Boseman, star of Black Panther, be on the VTRS.
Young Money.
Bring it back, Mr. Heartbreak.
Before Kina starts, Vincent Everett Tucker want to be a PSA to the audience. Those tolls, pay them tolls.
Or what's the consequence?
Or you get a registration block, and then you have to go to court. So I've never been to jail before, but
What did the letter say?
it says that the NTTA has tried multiple attempts to reach out to you regarding outstanding. It's as if I've read this letter 1,000 times. Outstanding balance And because of these numerous attempts, a warrant has been placed, or a warrant will be placed if you don't appear in this courtroom.
This is really getting serious.
Yeah.
I'm going to pray for you.
So I called a self-payment plan. I'm active now. I can go on the tolls, but I still got to go to court for the...
Pass you?
Yeah.
I would say if you go to jail, that's the only time it's acceptable for you not to have on lotion.
I hate you.
Yeah, because if you have that lotion on, they going to slide right in.
Ooh. What?
Pause? Oh my God. Please, let's get off of this topic.
Yeah, sorry.
Only on the Vincent Tucker Show.
Scooch.
Playing today's best music.
Motorsport. Put that thing in sports. Shout it bad. Pop her like a court. Pop it. I got that juice, new AP. She got that juice. She got that squeeze. She got that wet.
You're listening to the Vincent Tucker Radio Show.
iHeartRadio does something no other app or website can do. Thousands of live radio stations you can take anywhere. Want to listen to that station in Denver, but you're in Philly? No problem. In Atlanta and you miss LA? No problem. Plus, iHeartRadio lets you create your own custom artist station.
DJ Khaled, and this is iHeartRadio.
Just type in the artist you love, and iHeartRadio creates a station just for you with their biggest hits, all commercial free. Free radio and unlimited music, all in one app. iHeartRadio.
What up, people? It's that young man, Remon, and it's time for today's reality check. Now, today's reality check is going out to all my people going to see the Black Panther movie. I attended a special screening of the movie, The Black Panther. It was a great turnout, and it was a beautiful sight. Seeing my beautiful black people all dressed up in their African wardrobe, you know what I'm saying? See the excitement on people's faces. Just at the notion of going to see a movie about a black superhero, right? I mean, we've had black superheroes before. Like, remember the Meteor Man? Yep. Remember Steel? Yep. Spawn? Yep. Hancock? Yep. But this is something different. The Black Panther is more than just a movie. It is turned into a movement. Or is it? See, I love the fact that my people have gotten on the same page about going to support this movie and about going to support a movie about a black superhero, as they should. But let's remember, this is a movie. All right, I would love to see black people get excited about creating our own political party, or at least just taking a part of the political process. I would love it to see, us get together on the same pages about fixing the issues that's going on in our disenfranchised neighborhoods. I would love to see it if we were on the same page when it comes to our economic empowerment. The truth is, we love getting all dressed up when it's time to be entertained, but if we would support our real black politicians running for office as much as we support a fictional character from a fictional country in Africa, we might actually see some real progression here in America instead of just a symbolic progression we saw with Barack Obama. Now, I'm not one of those conscious people who is so woke that I'm going to tell you don't go support this movie. You should go support this movie. It is a great movie. It is a great example for our youth, right? It is important to support this movie to show Hollywood that movies starring black actors can be profitable if it's done right. But don't let this excitement die down after you leave the movie theater. Let this movie inspire you. Let this movie empower you. Because the Black Panther isn't coming to save us in real life. We're going to need some real life heroes to do that. That's today's reality check. You can take that to the bank.
Bouncing around.
Syndicated, award-winning Syndicated. This is the VTRS Vincent Radio Show. Vincent, Heartbreak, Tucker, Remon holding down for the crew. And a reminder, if you're just tuning in, Chadwick Boseman, the star of Black Panther, will be on the broadcast in about 30 minutes. So keep locked for that. Meek Mill. Meek Millie.
Y'all thought all was finished?
As we all know, his sentence has become a topic of interest and concern for both fans and celebrities since his November 6th arrest last year. They said that the Philly rapper violated his almost decade-long probation which started in 2007 after with gun and drug charges. We've seen many voice about the lack of justice, including Jay-Z, Dr. J, Colin Kaepernick. The free Meek Mill hashtag has been popular on social media, and now finally he now has an opportunity to get out of jail per a request for a post-conviction relief act petition. Apparently, documents from the DA's office shows that a now retired arresting officer, Reginald Graham, is on a list of officers with a history of lying alongside brutality and racial bias, CBS reports. Graham apparently lied under oath during Meek Mill's 2007 trial, which caused his whole decade-long probation. And what's Graham's undoing is the other officers that were involved during the arrest. Graham said that when they went to go get Meek Mill, he had some drugs on him, and he pulled a gun out on the officers.
Wow.
But the other two officers that were there, Officer Gerald Gibson and Jeffrey Walker, are saying
that didn't happen.
That didn't happen. Meek Mill didn't pull a gun on us.
Wow.
Now, Walker and Gibson have been dropped from the force, and of course Graham has been retired. Here's my deal. It's 2018. If you do, I get it. Police officers and fraternity.
Yeah, absolutely.
The brotherhood.
Absolutely.
I get it. But if this man gets on the stand and just he could have ruined this dude's life.
Absolutely.
If this dude become a famous rapper, his life
would have been ruined. He would have been just the average black man. You know, because this happens to black people all the time.
Right.
And they don't, and there is no comeback story from it.
You let this man get on the stand and say he pulled a gun on us.
Right.
And so now, since Graham has ended up on his list and his officers on the scene said that didn't happen, now Meek Mill gets a trial in April.
Good.
So finally, unfortunately, it's still with the same judge that put him in jail this last time, even though the district attorney and other people said, we don't want to send him there. She still sent him there anyway.
Wow.
We already know there's allegations of her having some personal bias against Meek Mill.
And they've released some evidence behind that too. Right.
Yeah, so it sucks that she's still the judge on this, but hopefully she'll understand because of the scrutiny on her right now and the scrutiny behind him even being on probation in the first place.
Right.
She'll be fair and want to right some wrongs. So I want to know if you agree with this before we go to break here. Even though we were both in elementary school, it's safe to say that the legend of Tupac grew when he got out of prison, right?
Absolutely. 100%.
It's safe to assume that the legend of Lil Bootsy got greater at post-prison.
Absolutely. Even Gucci Mane.
Yeah, I was going to say Gucci Mane. Right now we see this. Do you think the legend of Meek Mill, when you look at like his song being the Eagles theme song in the Super Bowl a couple weeks ago,
right?
Players and athletes and everybody screaming "Freak Meek Mill" and social media. Do you think the legend of Meek Mill will be bigger after his release?
I absolutely think so.
And I think that's remarkable because I think the hip hop world as a whole was ready to write Meek Mill off after that battle with Drake.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird that this wrong will help him get over that.
Right.
So
I mean, it's weird, but again, I think we saw something similar with Boosie.
Right.
Like just the energy with people rallying behind him getting out, and even Gucci Mane. I think we saw that something similar with that. It was just a whole vibe and a whole energy where people were ready for this person to get out and get free. You know what I'm saying? But I think Meek Mill is definitely I think his stock is going up after he gets out.
Definitely looking forward to it. Hashtag free Meek Mill. Chadwick Boseman, star of Black Panther, on the program momentarily. Keep it locked. Syndicated and award-winning. This is the VTRS.
Let's go, Wakanda.
Wakanda forever.
Forever.
Playing today's best music. You are listening to the the Vincent Tucker Radio Show.
iHeartRadio does something no other app or website can do. Thousands of live radio stations you can take anywhere. Want to listen to that station in Denver, but you're in Philly? No problem. In Atlanta and you miss LA? No problem. Plus, iHeartRadio lets you create your own custom artist station. DJ Khaled, and this is iHeartRadio. Just type in the artist you love, and iHeartRadio creates a station just for you. With their biggest hits, all commercial free. Free radio and unlimited music, all in one app. iHeartRadio.
Syndicated, award-winning, and syndicated. This is the VTRS Vincent Radio Show. Vincent Heartbreak Tucker and Remon in this thing, holding it down for the crew. Chadwick Boseman, star of Black Panther. I know we've been teasing it all episode. I promise he's on the broadcast in less than 9 minutes. So just be patient. Just be patient.
Whoa, tight.
Man, are you ready for your childhood to be ruined?
Yeah. No, but yeah. What's up?
Did you watch Barney?
A little bit.
Okay. I didn't watch it religiously.
Right.
But I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't watch any episodes.
Right. Absolutely.
It wasn't destination TV for me.
Right. Especially at school, because I think they showed it a few times. Like,
right.
You got to sit there and watch.
Exactly. And the only time I really would see it was in the summer when I would be at my grandmother's house. And my grandma only had one TV, so you had to watch what they watching.
And you go to your grandmama's house, they still only got them 5 channels.
Exactly. That's why I know everything about Victor Newman off of Young and the Restless.
You know what show I did like on PBS?
Who's that?
Wishbone. The dog.
I rarely watch this show. I used to watch something with the trains.
Thomas the Train.
Yeah, I used to watch that and catch a little bit of Barney. And then we was forced to watch Young and the Restless and Bold and the Beautiful and Guiding Light. I damn near remember the whole lineup.
Was it General Hospital?
General Hospital too. I had to learn these stories, man. All the dude in elementary school could tell you everything that happened on Young and the Restless with Victor Newman and Drew Sittler and Neil Winters. It was crazy. Barney, though, the actor who played Barney for 10 years, went from starring in a children's show to running his own tantric sex business.
Wait, what?
David Joyner, who wore the purple Tyrannosaurus Rex costume from 1991 to 2001, told Vice in an interview that he began working as a tantra sex massage specialist and spiritual healer after leaving the popular PBS show.
Oh.
So Barney's out here slanging raw D for $350 a pop. A full session. You want to hear? Check this out. A full session with the ex-Barney star lasts 3 to 4 hours and costs $350. For their price, female clients can expect to receive a ritual bath, a chakra balancing, and a massage. Mm-hmm. Also on the menu, cosmic mind-blowing orgasms.
Yeah. Get your orgasm without intercourse.
How do we feel about well, apparently there's another thing on the menu where you can also get some D from him.
Yeah.
How do we feel about Barney slanging D for $350?
You know what? I'm a little conflicted because I'm starting to wonder, has he always been doing this and he's just using Barney as a cover?
I mean, it would have been the 90s, so you can get away with it then.
It'd be really messed up if during his sessions you hear the music playing in the background. I love you, you love me. Then after a woman squirt all over the place, you gotta clean up, everybody, everywhere.
This dude said when the penis and the vagina meet, there's a certain energy that takes place that hands on the body alone cannot create. Even through G-spot massage, it's not the same energy that flows.
I know a young lady who says she's going to book her session with him.
Barney?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It'd be really messed up if he talked in the Barney voice with you.
Oh my God.
Oh, boys and girls.
Chadwick Boseman, star of Black Panther, up next on the VTRS. Keep it locked. Syndicated and award-winning and syndicated. This is the VTRS. the Vincent Tucker Radio Show, and the most anticipated film is here. Black Panther, the 2018 superhero film based on the Marvel Comics character of the same name, is finally here. And on the line with me is Chadwick Boseman, aka T'Challa, aka Black Panther. This film is so important to the black community. It's not just a black film. Let me take that back. It is a film for everyone. It just stars black people, but I believe people of all cultures and backgrounds, religions, and all that extra stuff will appreciate and love this film. So let's get to it. Here's Chadwick Boseman on the VTRS.
You're listening to the Vincent Tucker Radio Show.
So you play the character T'Challa, aka the Black Panther. Set it up for us. How is your character introduced, and what are some of the struggles for your character to begin the movie?
My father was killed in Civil War. I have to now return to Wakanda, a place that there's unrest now because they lost their ruler, and I have to take on the throne. And the question is, should I take on the throne if I could not protect my father?
So when you land the role as T'Challa, aka the Black Panther, and you get your script, what was your approach to this film as opposed to some of the other iconic roles that you played, including Jackie Robinson or Thurgood Marshall or James Brown or anything like that?
There's no change in terms of conflicts. All those characters, very conflicted. And I would actually say that those characters inform T'Challa, because although it's a different experience, the silence and the ability to endure opposition is very much a Jackie Robinson. And being a boss is very much a James Brown. T'Challa can relate to them in a certain way. Although they are isolated, there's a bit of Africa that, we as Americans have pulled that through our experience here.
So for people who go see this highly anticipated film in theaters, what kind of ride will Black Panther take them on?
All of the emotions, from laughing to crying, you're doing all of it. Angry, fearful, it's all there. It's a completely full experience.
Black Panther, starring Chadwick Boseman, Michael B. Jordan, Lupita, Angela Bassett, Forrest Whitaker, and more, is in theaters right now. Remon, I just don't understand why can I say alleged?
Yeah.
I mean,
I guess.
Is it proof that Nicki Minaj's body parts?
Yes.
We have seen the pictures before.
I have a picture of Nicki Minaj before. I think it was in a XXL magazine or something, of her before the surgery. Yes, there's no way.
Can't say alleged.
Yeah, I don't care how many pork chops you eat. There's no way all the meat gonna go to the right body part.
So you hold her body parts against her as far as her being a capable MC?
You can't talk about how real you are with fake body parts. You got a body made by Mattel. You're claiming to be the realest chick out.
Oh, Lord. We got to get up out of here. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the interview with Chadwick Boseman, star of Black Panther. We got to go see this film, y'all. If y'all have not seen it,
go see it.
Go see it. Like we said, it's not just a black movie. It's a big budget film with black people starring in it, and it's phenomenal, and people of all ages and religions and backgrounds will enjoy the film.
Now, I will say this. Black people, don't ruin this movie for people. I'll be in the movie theater. I'm getting tired of hearing black people with their little commentary going on in the background during the movie. Y'all need to cut it out. I'm trying to watch the movie. Y'all, we missing stuff in here because y'all in here giving y'all a little 2 cents.
Yeah, that's funny because I went to go see the film with Charity, and we had people around us talking. But we couldn't judge because Charity pulled one of the black goat moves of all times. She had a big purse with food in it, so we was eating good. Oh my God! I'm I can't even be mad at you, Charity. You the goat right now. You the goat, cause
that's the blackest thing Charity has ever done.
Man, she earned my respect that night, bro. Cause I'm tired of paying $13.25 for a little bag of Skittles.
I went to the studio movie grill, so I got me a full meal.
Oh my gosh.
Real quick, Shout out to all y'all. Shout out to everybody that's been tuning into the Vincent Tucker Radio Show. We greatly appreciate y'all. That's it for this young man, Remon. I'm up out here.
Definitely. For the crews, Vincent Heartbreak Tucker. See y'all when we see y'all.
Every episode of the award-winning Vincent Tucker Radio Show is produced by Aaron Channel. Executively produced by Aaron Channel, Arkina Dansberg, Cornelius Johnson, and Vincent Heartbreak Tucker. Launched in December 2007, the VTRS is a CWC Entertainment Group LLC production.